What's up guys, it's itsOJP here, and today we're going to be doing a tier list on the PSG players 25-26. As the season comes to a close, I can pretty much make this video now, so let's get started. We're starting off with Ousmane Dembele, and yeah, I can't lie, he has had an unbelievable season. Not as many league starts as we were quite expecting, but he's definitely still S tier, our Ballon d'Or winner, and he might do it again, he might just do it again. We then got Desiree Doué. Desiree Doué has dropped form towards the end of the season, only a slight dip, but he did keep us in the Champions League at the end of the day, and to be honest, this season he has been exceptional. It does feel like a little bit of a slight drop from last season, but I feel like it's harsh. I feel like it's harsh not to give him S tier, but I think there'll only be a couple of players in S tier. But look, let's just try and be as honest and unbiased as we can here, right? Vitinha's the next player, and Vitinha should have been League and Player of the Year in my opinion. I mean, Vitinha is just incredible. He's the best midfielder in the world by a long shot. So Vitinha, for me, personally, is getting an S tier because he literally just controls this whole team. I mean, he is the reason, he's one of the biggest reasons anyways, that we are where we are. Next up, we got Lee Kang-in, and to be honest, he's been better than last season, Lee Kang-in. He's come off the bench, he's been a pretty good super sub. However, because he doesn't quite get enough minutes, I am going to put him in B tier, but he's a great super sub. Should I move him down? Maybe one. You know what? I'm going to move him down one. I'm going to move him down one because I just feel like he doesn't get enough minutes. He's a great player, but yeah, I don't know. I feel like we've got to kind of save this B tier for other players. Marquinhos, I think he's stepped up from last season a lot, and I think when he has played very well. I mean, he had that performance against Bayern earlier this season where obviously he didn't do too well. He was basically kind of the reason we conceded the goals we did. Marquinhos for me though is probably gonna go. I'm gonna give him A. I think he's done great this season. Now we've got Hakimi. Hakimi was injured for quite a large part of the season. However, he's come back and he's got us some big results. And obviously, he's picked up a few assists, which has helped us a lot. So Hakimi for me is definitely an A tier, 100%. We've then got Lucas Hernandez. Lucas Hernandez has come off the bench and played a fair game when he's had to for Nuno Mendes. He has played centre-back a few times, but I just don't think he's quite the same quality he used to be. So I'm going to put him on the same level as Lee Kang-in. But Lucas Hernandez, no disrespect. No disrespect to any of these players, by the way, guys. I love all these boys, like 100%. Except for one of them. No, I'm just kidding. But look, William Pacho is the next player. And Pacho has had quite the season. I mean, he has kept us in the Champions League a lot of times, especially like last season as well. Pacho is one of the best centre-backs in the world, in my opinion. Therefore, I reckon Pacho, I might put him in S tier. I'm going to put him in S tier. He starts most of our games, practically all of them, and every week he does well, no complaints, unbelievable. Ilya Zabani's the next player, and I'm going to be honest, as all you guys know from my videos, I do think he's been a bit of a flop. However, his performance yesterday was pretty good, and he has had some okay performances. So you know what? I'm going to do him a favour. I'm going to put him in C, okay? Should we sell him? Probably not yet. I'm kind of one that wants to sell him, but if we're being completely honest, we probably shouldn't sell him because he probably does still have a bit about him. Next up, we got Seni Meulu, and Meulu has had significantly less minutes this season than last season, I think. So he has had some good goals, some crucial goals, especially that goal against Barca. I'm going to put him in B tier. I think he's still got a lot to give at PSG. I hope he doesn't leave. But Seni Meulu has been a great player this season, so, you know. Kavica Kvaratskhelia is the next player, and yeah, S tier. I think he's been our best player this season. Honestly, I think he has. The goals this guy scores is unbelievable. The way he goes one-on-one is unbelievable. He is the best in the world, in my opinion. He is so good right now. Him and Dembele are so up there at the top. Nuno Mendes is the next player, and he started off the season really strong. He has had his dips in form, but he has also locked up a lot of players. I think still, though, it's A tier or S tier. This is hard. He has been really good. He has had some really good moments. And I do think he's the best left back in the world. I'm going to leave him at A tier because I think a lot of the teams we play against, threat-wise, it comes down the right-hand side, and the job he does of pocketing whichever right winger's in hand is sublime, so I think he still has to be A tier. We've then got Bradley Barcola. I posted a video about him earlier, actually. I think he's got a fair amount of goals and assists, considering obviously the goals are quite spread across the team. He has also had a lot better finishing this season than last season. Obviously, we saw the goal against Chelsea. We saw the goal against Chelsea again. So, yeah, Bradley Barcola has been great. I am going to put him on the same level as Senny, though, because I just don't think he's quite on that level of Doué, Marquinhos and Hakimi. But he's definitely still got a lot to give, and he's another player I hope stays at PSG. We've then got Lucas Chevalier, and I'm going to be honest, guys, he's got to go in D. He's just not been there. Like, he hasn't really. He nearly cost us the Super Cup. I feel like straight away the pressure got to him, and that's why he hasn't performed as well for PSG. And I mean, considering Safonov it was meant to be our backup keeper, you've got to have been pretty bad to have been benched for Safonov. Obviously, Safonov's now showing his class. But yeah, no, sorry, Lucas Chevalier, but I think it's a good time for a move in the summer window. Next up, we got Warren Zaire-Emery, and yeah, I'm going to make this one simple. He had to fill in for Hakimi when Hakimi got injured. He did an absolutely brilliant job of it. He plays like he's got 20 years of experience already. And to be honest, you could even make an argument for him to be S tier. I think he's just a great player. His composure is unbelievable. His dribbling's insane. His passing is beautiful. Zaire-Emery's up there for me. João Neves next up. He's had 2 hat-tricks this season, João Neves. One for Portugal and one for PSG. He had 2 bicycle kicks in one game, and he has been up there with some of the best players in the world, 100%. There are clubs that want him, but I'm going to put him in A tier. He's not quite S. That's mainly because of goals and assists. So I do think it's a little bit unfair to put him in A, but we do also kind of need to make this list as realistic as possible. So yeah, A tier, next season, probably S tier. So that's João Neves. Fabian Ruiz, he's been injured for most of the season. He has come back and done really well, but I think this is hard to say. He has come back and done a great job, though. If we're going off performances, I'm going to put him in B. I think that's a fair position to put him. He has been better than Lee, Lucas, Hernandez and Zabani, but he hasn't quite been better than Barcola and Senny. The reason I say that, again, is because he's been injured this season. Matvey Safonov is the next player. And I think for Matvey Safonov, he's got to go A tier. He's got to go A tier. He's come in with a big job to do. Lucas Chevalier has failed. He's now got to fill in for that. We're expecting the likes of Donnarumma's saves, and he's coming in and he's making a lot of good saves. So yeah, he's come out of nowhere for neutrals. People that aren't PSG fans obviously didn't really know who this guy was, and now he's made a name for himself. So yeah, next season he might be the best in the world, mark my words. If we don't sign anyone else, I hope we don't. Next up, we've got Lucas Beraldo, and I'll be honest, centre-back, not really my type of player, but since he moved into that Vitinha role, he's actually not done too bad. However, I am still going to put him at C, mainly because I don't think he's on the level of these players here, but he has been great in centre mid, and he definitely can move up to B or A, depending on how the next season goes. Goncalo Ramos, he has put in so many crucial performances for us this season. Off the bench. When he starts, he's not as good, but when he comes off the bench, he is unbelievable. He's won us so many games. He won us that game against Barca. I believe he won us a game against Nice. So yeah, in terms of Goncalo Ramos and what he's done this season, I know a lot of fans want him out, which I find a bit peculiar. I'm going to put him in B tier because I think as a super sub, he is definitely the best in the world. Next up, we've got Ibrahim Mbaye, and I feel like he's been done dirty by the minutes. But if we're talking about player ability, I definitely think he's up there. He hasn't quite been on the level of Senny, so he's going to go C tier for me. And the same with Njantu. But this is the problem, and Njantu hasn't actually played a lot of minutes, and he did get injured. So for that reason, I'm going to put Njantu at D. But Njantu, that is only because you haven't played enough minutes, literally, and because you've been injured. If you weren't injured and you played more games, you probably could be in C. I do feel a bit unfair putting him here, though. You know what? I'm going to move him up. I think he's got qualities about him, the boy. And these guys, I don't know enough about him to analyse them yet, but next season, I'm sure I will. Anyways, guys, that was my PSG 25-26 tier list. Hope you enjoyed, and yeah, thanks for watching.